With all the build-outs and new housing happening in Northwest Arkansas, today we're covering the top 5 cities that still have very affordable housing in the area itself, plus all the access to all the things when you can enjoy Northwest Arkansas. So, let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the no good state of Illinois, the worst. Anyways, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to Asheville, I could have moved to Utah, I could have moved to Colorado, I could have moved to Texas, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. But I chose Northwest Arkansas, and it is by far the best place to live in America, literally by far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, call me, email me, whatever it is. We can meet up for coffee and talk about, again, why I chose Northwest Arkansas, again, anywhere else in America. Side note, if you are looking to reload to Northwest Arkansas, again, let me know right away. I help so many people every single year move from one state to Northwest Arkansas. My biggest vision, again, is helping as many people move here as possible to, again, the #1 place to live in America. All right, and the first one at the top of the list, and I've been harping on this for years, and you're not gonna be shocked when I say this, you're gonna be like, well, duh, Phil, everyone talks about that. Philip, you always talk about that. Bella Vista is still the king when it comes to home purchasing in Northwest Arkansas. And my kind of justification for that is because you can find a house all the way down from $250 or less sometimes. That can be a little challenging, but it can be done, $225 sometimes, all the way up to really, I mean, you could go, large house on the lake for like 1.5 million, and there's a big gap there. Realistically, if you wanted to buy a house in Bella Vista that probably fits, a family style, 3-bedroom, 2-bath with very little work or maintenance or anything like that, you're probably gonna end up around the 325 to 375 mark realistically. Now, comparison to other parts of America, it's still definitely lower than many parts of America, but the perks of actual Bella Vista are the recreation centers, the trail systems, the golf courses, the shooting ranges, the pools, both indoor, outdoor, the gyms, the walkability, the idea that it's almost like tucked away in a lot of ways. You're probably not gonna have neighbors either on the side of you or behind you, so you feel like you're tucked away in trees. So there's a lot of perks, and Bentonville schools a lot of times, so a lot of perks to Bella Vista. That's just the short of it all. But regardless, Bella Vista still ranks #1 when it comes to housing, not only affordability, but cool factor in Northwest Arkansas. And the second place you certainly need to be looking when it comes to home purchases in Northwest Arkansas is going to be Pea Ridge. Now, Pea Ridge has, we'll say, changed quite a bit when it comes to housing in the last couple of years. I've been harping on Pea Ridge for the last 3 years, like, hey everybody, this is gonna be a thing. What started a lot of this actually was 3 years ago, I talked to the mayor, and he's like, how he was explaining to me how he built out, or like the city built out this massive infrastructure when it comes to sewer systems in Pea Ridge, plus electric and everything. I was like, oh, so basically, there's no problems. And he's like, no, not really. I'm like, there you go. Whereas other cities struggle with those things, whereas Pea Ridge is not. Anyways, I digress. But so Pea Ridge obviously is doing very well for itself. We have housing all the way from probably 325 realistically, and this is all new construction, to probably 500 a little bit, maybe 450 would be the top around there. Some of the areas, there's a couple subdivisions in there that have a pool and more of a gated kind of feel, kind of tight-knit neighborhoods, but regardless, that's kind of the rare side of Pea Ridge for sure. But regardless, Pea Ridge is certainly growing. The one disadvantage, not the one, but one of the disadvantages of Pea Ridge is that really there's not like a lot to not even set to do, but even food-wise, there's not a lot of restaurants. They're up and coming. They got a Wendy's now, they got a Taco Bell, they have a Walmart there, they have McDonald's. Like, those aren't really restaurants, those are just kind of like pass-through stuff. But eventually, as Pea Ridge grows, they're gonna have more restaurants, more pizza places, more Italian joints, more Chinese places. They have a coffee shop there now. So just know it's building out. The infrastructure and that stuff will come, but at the moment, it's just not quite there yet. One of the major perks when it comes to all this is the location to Bentonville. It is one turn, one road away, and you're in downtown Bentonville. So that's one of the big perks of anyone working in Walmart territory. By Pea Ridge, you can just drive right from there. It's about a 10-minute to 15-minute drive right from Pea Ridge to Bentonville with very low traffic, if I'm being honest with you. And so just keep that in mind, is that not a lot of things to do there, but you're also going to be driving into Bentonville a lot just to kind of like scratch that itch, so to speak. And the third city you definitely need to keep on your radar when it comes to building in Northwest Arkansas, and this is kind of new to the list, work with me here, Springdale. I've always been very bullish on Springdale, just to be like, hey, this is coming down the pipeline. And it's not until probably late last year till this year, I'm like, yes, it is finally happening. Now, of course, I've been talking about this for a couple years now, but developers, new construction, new businesses, steakhouses, breakfast places, high-class Airbnbs, all that stuff is happening in Springdale itself with the announcements of new highways that are making it easier to get from Springdale to 49, with just rezoning, essentially. Big wins for Springdale. So now there are some builders that are building out in that Springdale area. We have Lennar and D.R. Horton and kind of like we'll say mid-sized builders. That's certainly happening. But really the gem of Springdale is that kind of near downtown section of Springdale, which has become fantastic. Some kind of, we'll say, needs some housing, needs some, we'll say, love, to say the least. And it's not gonna be the best. It's not new construction, to say the least. So just know there's a lot of that kind of downtown sections being built up, buying some of those homes that are really close to there, that are going to definitely be able to walk right from downtown section, or from downtown house to downtown Springdale. That's where that gem is going to be. There are certainly housing across on the outside of Springdale that's gonna be more new construction. You can definitely certainly go that route. And the highways that are being built to make it go from we'll say the east side of Springdale over to 49 they're being built out as we speak. So it's happening. And so one of those things are going to be a huge deal to that, to make it easier to go from East Springdale to 49. And that's going to be a big win for the area itself. Whoa, 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 whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to take a trip down here, maybe you're looking to check out the whole area, checking to see if it's for you, maybe you're just checking out just vacations. I made 3-day itineraries, like literally day by day, restaurant by restaurant, thing by thing, everything when it comes to Northwest Arkansas. So basically you have a full-on plan of what to do when you roll into town. So maybe you're a adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. I have 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. Also, you might be using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. Literally, it's Instant Home Updates. So enter information below: name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to in Northwest Arkansas? Enter all the information below and make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for home for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, every single Friday, I send an email out just talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on First Fridays? When is First Thursdays? What's going on in Fayetteville? What new buildings are coming to Springdale? What new things are going on in Rogers? When's the Saturday? There are so many things all the time. Enter your email below. I make sure you get that email every single Friday, but I need you to be aware. I need you to get a heads up. You will get a little fear of missing out, we'll say FOMO, so to speak, but I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make it down to Northwest Arkansas. And the fourth city that you certainly need to be looking at when it comes to building or new housing in Northwest Arkansas is Tontitown. With the addition of 612, which is a major highway that's being, essentially was built out many years back, but was never finished. It was intentionally not finished. It wasn't like we ran out of money. It was just like we don't know anything yet. So they are building 612 out. I think it's going to be done not next year, but the year after. I'm pretty sure. It's going to go up to X&A. So it's going to go off 49. It's going to be a direct access to the airport. So no longer going those random back roads. And if you flew into Northwest Arkansas, you're like, where am I going? Because this does not feel like an airport. Anyways, like the back roads are just kind of weird. You're like, this is like, it was unintentional. It was intentional, but unintentional. Anyways, new highway being directly access to X&A. That's gonna be a big win for the airport. Secondly, is the other way it's gonna go is directly to 412. It's gonna make so less traffic in Tontitown. It's going to be wild. So that's where those new builds are gonna come into play. We have new construction happening, new businesses. And so the reason that new businesses come into play is because they want traffic that's foot traffic. They will actually want people traffic, not just bypassing traffic going from 49 to 412 over to Tulsa. So that's where they want that bypass is going to be huge for businesses, because they know like this traffic is only traffic for people purchasing from us. Whereas like nowadays, like right now, there's so much traffic that goes through there. They're like, I don't know if half the traffic is to Tulsa, half the traffic is whatever, and people end up not going there that are regulars because they're like, it's too much traffic. So big win for the area. I digress. The housing market there is going to do very well for itself. Easy access to 612, easy access to 412, easy access to 49. And we have the winery there. Do I need to say more? Anyways, Tontitown's gonna do very, very well for itself in the next like 2 to 3 years. And the fifth and final town we definitely need to keep on our radar for actually purchasing in Northwest Arkansas with affordable housing is going to be Lowell. No, it's Lowell. Don't ever call it that. I was told that one time. I was threatened with my life. Anyways, Lowell is actually north of Springdale, but south of Rogers, and that's an area where it's kind of just like flat land. The interesting thing with Lowell is they are developing a lot of more townhouses and condos. They are actually rezoning a lot of things to build out there, but it is kind of a little bit of no man's land. So keep that in mind, and that's good because as developers come into play, new housing is going to come from that. There are some developments happening as we speak in Lowell, but they're not like they're not like out the door. Like you have to get this right away. They are coming on the pipeline. They are working out their sewer infrastructure, stuff of that nature. So Lowell could be the new Pea Ridge in about 2 to 3 years, realistically, once they get their stuff together, or if they make deals with both Rogers and also Springdale to maybe hook up that way and maybe balance the two out with when it comes to sewer. Not sure what they're gonna do, not my problem, they'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So Lowell is definitely on the map when it comes to access, or when it comes to housing, because of the access. It is like one road off of 49, and if you are working in Tyson land or JB Hunt land, or if you work in Walmart land, you are certainly going to want access to 49, and so having that one turn right in 49 is going to make a big difference for Lowell. It's kind of the last and next frontier. Actually, I didn't take it back. The last frontier is going to be like Gentry or Gravit out there. No plans on that yet, but Lowell, keep that on your radar, especially when you're looking for new construction housing. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds like what it is, literally a starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. It comes with a 120-page guide, literally made by me, of all the things happening in Northwest Arkansas. Population, demographics, schools, all the things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas, all the cool things happening, all the things right here, 120-page guide, comes right to your home. It comes with my 3-day itineraries, it comes with postcards, it comes with stickers. It comes with this handy dandy, you just get this for obvious reasons, the NWA coloring book, all right? This is just a trip and a half. I think I'm in here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, there I am. Ah. You need this. You want this. I will send this to you, I promise. Anyways, you definitely want the NWA Starter Pack. So it's literally a box shipped right to your home. Enter your name below. Enter your address below. Make sure you get that package shipped to you right away. Box right to your home. Side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. And I know what you're thinking. It's my favorite folder F word. Free! So enter your information below. Make sure to get the package shipped to you right away. All right, guys, it's the next one.